Hi, my name is Ryan, and this is Tonguefu. The first thing you might notice about my game is that you rotate around a tree. But the funny thing is that you actually are not rotating. The character never moves. In fact, the tree and the world around him rotates instead. And you can see that here with these colliders on once they've been removed from the tree. So there are enemies in this game. Right now, there's only the bee. And you may also notice that as I get closer, they activate and they start getting closer to the character. And when you retreat, they then go back to where they originally were. So the way that the enemies work is that there is a big collider that detects whether the frog is in the zone. And then there are the enemies. And then there are these little cubes that act as the spawns. And when the player is not in the zone, the bees then rotate to the spawns. And when the player is in the zone, it rotates towards the player. When I was first testing the game, I felt like the jumping felt floaty. And so after some research, I realized that a quick fix was to increase the acceleration when the player is falling. And as you can see here, the player is in the air longer when they're jumping than when they're falling. So the way that the combat system works in this game is it's based on your mouse movement. And as you can see here with this collider, the sword collider, you aim the collider, and when you click, it activates the collider and any enemies in its path are killed. And the way that the animation works, you can see here pretty clearly that there is actually two swords. When you click, it just makes the other one appear and the first one disappear. So one problem with the rotating player system is that it sort of ignores horizontal collisions and will just allow the player to teleport through things. And that became a problem when I wanted to add a wall. So what I ended up doing was adding a script so that when the player collided with any objects that had the wall tag, it would then rotate the player in the opposite direction. And that ended up working pretty well. So we're at the final stretch of the first level here, and as you can see, the jumps are getting a little bit harder. Originally, they were much harder, but I ended up having to nerf some of the jumps because the people I tested it on just could not beat the level. Now that we've reached the top here, we're transported inside of the tree to fight the first boss, which is the queen bee. Now, that is still in development right now, but here is a quick mock-up of what that is going to look like. And yeah, that's the demo. I hope you guys are excited to play the final thing.